Plus, I am Mike Tyson, born into desperate poverty, but also born to box. At his prime, one punch was all it took. The only one who could stop him was himself.
I wanted it. I don't know if I was prepared for it, but I know I wanted it.
We watched the collapse unfold in and out of the ring, the bizarre meltdowns, the rape charge, the prison sentence.
Well, I think I used bad judgment, and I had to deal with the circumstances.
And then, battered by personal tragedy, the redemption. A new man, a new life, stealing the show and the hangover. Mike Tyson, raw and ready for the next round. My primetime exclusive. This is Piers Morgan Tonight.
How you doing, Coach? Right on the chin. I'm going home and relaxing because I don't want my head to swell any more than it is.
I am Mike Tyson at the start of his career from the documentary Tyson. Lots happened since then. There was a time when Mike Tyson made headlines for everything but boxing. He was certainly no choir boy. Now he's fought his way back from the dark side, but he's still the outspoken and unpredictable I Am Mike, and I'm glad to say he joins me now. Mike, welcome.
How you doing, Piers?
What did you make of the interview that I've just had with George Zimmerman's brother?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I have a good opinion what happened, like everyone else. I don't know. He just doesn't look like a seasoned enough liar to talk to you.
What do you think happened from everything you've seen and read?
I don't know what happened.
Do you believe that any kind of altercation, if Trayvon was unarmed, justifies somebody shooting him?
Well, I just know that young man shouldn't be dead from this ordeal. You know, I can only go by what I saw on television. I don't know if it's true or not, but I can only go by what I see on television. Once the officer told him to stop following him, he should have took that order from a superior and stopped following him. And once he stopped following, the young kid continues to go. What happened after that order was denied? I don't know.
Do you believe, as many do in the black community, that young black teenagers in hoodies get profiled, get chosen, targeted for this kind of thing? Do you believe that?
It doesn't matter what I believe or not. The history of the nation proves it. You know, what I mean, when I say it means nothing, you have to go by the history of particular incidents like this. And that's the proof, you know. I don't know, this is just the television, of course, saying this. How did the young kid know that he had a gun to go for his gun? I don't know.
I mean, that's a very good point. I mean, how did he know that he had a gun? Unless
to go for it.
Unless he saw it.
Unless he saw it, yeah. Unless he was trying to go for it, but I don't know, unless he defended himself.
What do you think of it?
I want to believe that Mr. Zimmerman did something wrong and illegal, but I wasn't there.
Do you think he should have been arrested on the night? Do you think it's a strange law in America, in modern America, that somebody can stand their ground in the street in these circumstances, having defied an instruction from a 911 operator? Do you think that that's acceptable? Is this a law that should exist?
I don't know. I don't think it should, but then again, I'm not a state representative. I don't make these laws. I don't know the pretense of these laws, and only thing I could do is be a citizen of America, and I can just base my opinion. And this is really bad stuff. It makes the whole world is watching us, is watching our judicial system, and just from the world looking in and being objective, we have, we have laws that's a disgrace to a nation of savages. When from the world looking in, from the civilized world looking in, and I don't know. Us as black people, you gave me that format because you used that word, African American black people. We are so and this is just I'm just talking. We're so accustomed with these laws, with these overt, wrongly laws. We're very accustomed to them.
Do you think America, Mike, has become more or less racist since Barack Obama, an African American, became president?
There's a great possibility, yes.
That it's become worse?
100%, yes, because that's how these groups, they surface, these red tea parties and everything. Listen, it's new stuff, seeing the black man having the image of the strongest man on the planet, the biggest man in the world, from a political standpoint, not from a physical, just from a political standpoint. He can send the strongest army in the world and in your country and stuff, and that must be pretty tough to take in when you, I don't know, it's just the way this country is. I just believe this is the best country in the world. We just have problems we have to iron out, but...
How do you think Barack Obama's doing as president?
I don't know. I live in a Barack Obama household. From ethnicity, I think that's beautiful, seeing a black president, for my children to see black presidents. But I'm just, regardless if he's president or not, I have to be the breadwinner of my family. If he's the president, if he's not a president, I'm going to be the one paying the bills and working. So it really doesn't matter.
Now that your life has changed and you have to pay bills and you have to think about money and all those things, very different to when you had $500 million and so on. Now that you're in that position and you can relate probably much better to people on the street, going through hardship, not having jobs and so on, do you think America is coming out of the bad times, or do you think that it's still pretty set in the bad times?
I don't know, but whatever it is, we're gonna make it. We're gonna get out of it, whatever it is. You know what I mean? This is just what life is all about. Good times and hard times. This is just what it is. Hard times fall upon everybody, every nation, and if you continue to live, and you'll be able to see the good times, I guess.
Let's take a short break, Mike. I want to come back and talk to you about your extraordinary comeback, because you went to hell and back. Most of it, I'm sure you would admit, probably down to you. Some of it down to circumstance. I want to get your feelings about what it's like for you now to be Mike Tyson today.
All right, I'm willing to do that too. It's gonna be cool.
I accept the good, expect the worst, okay? When the good happens, it happens. You know what I mean? But listen, I don't expect anybody who put me in prison, if someone puts me in here, and the more polite I am to them and the kindness, the more I lay back, that's not going to make them take their foot off their neck. It's going to make you want to crush them more. If you're in a fight with somebody and you hurt them, the objective of the fight is not to back off and let them recoup. The objective is to smash into oblivion.
Mike Tyson in prison in 1994, serving a sentence for rape. When you see that, Mike, do you recognize that Mike Tyson? Because you seem a very different man today.
Well, I don't know. That guy's pretty deep. You know what I mean? I don't know. He's just pretty intense, and that's just who I was for that time.
Do you feel that you've changed? I mean, when I read your Twitter feed, you're a big tweeter. You seem a much calmer man today than you were then.
Well, I don't know if I am. I just, maybe after all that fighting, I just them red flags just seemed more relieving when they went up. I'm just happy hanging out with my wife. That's just the main focal point of my life, my wife and my children.
Your wife's an extraordinary woman, Kiki. I've had the pleasure of meeting her.
She's extra extraordinary.
How has she changed you?
Yes, God, that's you can't even fathom the ways. It's just I'm just a human being now. When I was with my wife, I was I was ODing once a week. I was a Neanderthal, and I don't know. I just can't even imagine how this even happened. That I have a respectable family, and we travel together, and I have some conduct that's not deserving of a prostitute with full-blown AIDS. And I just feel like I came up big time with my wife. I'm just very grateful, yeah. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for.
You've been through some extraordinary times in your life. You had a desperately sad time a couple of years ago when your daughter died. What effect did that tragedy have on you, do you think?
I don't know. Just being in that state of helplessness, there's nothing you can do. You have no control over the situation, and I don't know. There's no words to describe it. I'm waiting for it to stop bothering me or everything, but some people say it never stops. I talk to people that's in this unique club of ours that nobody wants to be involved with, the bereaved parents, and they said it never stops.
It's the ultimate heartbreak for anyone, isn't it? To be a parent and losing a child. It's so unnatural, isn't it?
I don't know about that. I'm pretty young in this world. I'm 45, and Oh no, in some centuries people sacrificed their children, you know. But when I was in that hospital, I looked at it from a different way. Other people's children were dying, and they came to me and said, "We're sorry, but their kids were dying or dead already anyway." And then, boom, I said, "Hey," I don't know why I started thinking that way, but I said, "You know, your guys' kids are dying too. I'm sorry to hear that." You know, and that's what made me realize that there's other people here that's suffering too. You're not the only one. And I used to look at life differently after that, you know.
Your two young children are here today with Kiki. They're in the green room. Very sweet young kids. What kind of father are you? Because you had such a tough upbringing. You never knew real normal parenting. What kind of parent have you become?
I'm trying to become more understanding. I should be shot for being called a good parent. I'm just a horrible parent. I've always been a horrible parent. I had horrible parents.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for my wife, none of this would work out. She would have patience. We have patience. You know, I can't even describe just the whole the change of my whole barometer. Just everything from a successful perspective. I mean, it's just us as a family. I'm not talking about we're making a bunch of money. We probably never have that wealth like we had before. We're not even trying. We're not even.
Do you miss that kind of wealth?
No,
or is it destructive, that kind of money?
No, I just miss having this whole ordeal with my family that I never had before. And when I'm away from them, even now, I miss that. And that's just what I'm really into right now, is succeeding as a family unit.
Kiki seems key to this. How has she talked to you? How has she transformed you? How has she made you come to peace with yourself?
I don't know if I'm ever at peace with myself. You know, I mean, you said that.
How do you feel? I mean, do you still feel rages occasionally? Like you used to?
Periodically, not like I used to, of course. I may feel sorry for myself and say, God, I'm not where my potentials could take me. But then I always think where my potentials could take me may separate me from what I really want, and that's my family unit. So I don't really strive for some great goals anymore unless my family's able to come with me.
When you look back at your life, what is the period you're most ashamed of?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of them. So I really don't know. Pretty bad stuff.
How much of it do you think was down to your upbringing? I mean, you were arrested 38 times before you were even 13.
A great deal of it. A great deal of it. But still, that same emotion that brought all that crudeness and stuff, it's brought the same fire of my success where everybody else liked it too. And I couldn't separate the two at the time. When I was back, it fed off of one another.
I mean, people wanted you. You were the most ferocious fighter I've ever seen in a ring. And people wanted you to be ferocious. They wanted you to be this mythological character, you know, the sort of almost barbaric. You know, they wanted to bay for blood. When you look back on that, is that part of the problem? That you have people who just, they make money out of you being like that?
Well, of course I'm not that way anymore, but I do understand there's something about me that people want to see. You know what I mean? If it's fighting, if it's entertaining, whatever, if it's commentating, it's a fire, it's an energy. And I don't understand it. I'm just happy to be a part of it, or whatever it is. People call it luck. Napoleon says greatness masters the artistry of luck. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm just saying what a great man said about luck. And that's pretty awesome.
Let's take another break, Mike. Let's come back and talk about how that luck has put you where you are today. You've got this great one-man show launching in Vegas. I want to know all about that. Mike Tyson.
Oh, that's going to be so awesome. Oh,
Undisputed Truth.